I'm joined today by Phil Powell of Soup, Enfield's Ukulele Club. The dictionary's definition of a ukulele is a small four-string guitar. How did the ukulele evolve?
Well, it started off actually in Spain. And when the Spanish went to Hawaii and discovered Hawaii, they had a little version of this. It wasn't called a ukulele, but when they got to landed on the beach in Hawaii, they were so pleased to get there because they'd been at sea for such a long time. They jumped off and started playing these tiny little guitars with only 4 strings, and the Hawaiians absolutely loved them, and they called them it was the Hawaiians that called them the ukulele, which is actually 2 words stuck together, uku and lele, meaning jumping flea, because their fingers, the sailors' fingers, looked like jumping fleas on the strings.
What period in time did this happen? About 18 something?
Well, they date the instrument from about that. It was about 1880, 1890, I believe. And it was in the 20s really that the ukulele took off, because the Hawaii got incorporated into the US.
Yes.
And they had a huge exhibition, a bit like the exhibitions we used to have over here, like the Great Exhibition.
Yes, 1851.
And Hawaii was represented with hula girls, which went down very well, and ukuleles. And as soon as the Americans saw the ukulele, that's when it went stratospheric.
So when was the big boom? What year in the States would this have been?
About 1920s.
1920, so it really took off then.
Yeah.
And it was more or less worldwide?
It did pick up over here. Really, it wasn't as big over here. It was more this style of uke, which was made popular by George Formby and Tessie O'Shea. And he had a very unique way of playing called the split stroke, which is very hard to do, but I'll try and show you how that sort of works. So that's, if you ask an English person what they think a ukulele is, they'd usually say something like that.
Where are they made? Are they not from China? Or
mostly made in China.
Oh, Phil, are any other members of the family into ukuleles? I see a lovely little one down here, but it doesn't look like a professional one. How did this come about?
Well, this was a project with my daughter, a school project, to make a musical instrument in the summer holidays. So we spent a couple of days down in the shed. It cost the grand total of nothing to make that. Every bit came out of the shed. So it sounds all right.
It does. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how much would, if you bought a ukulele compared with a homemade one, as it were?
Well, you can buy ukuleles very inexpensively, and that's why they've taken off in schools, because you can buy a pretty good ukulele for about £20.
Oh, that's
and music shops are saying at the moment that ukuleles are outselling recorders, which was previously...
That used to be the main thing at schools.
Yeah, that's right.
Used to play one.
Yeah. So we've got a uke club at my school I teach at, and there's about 15 children involved in that.
That's great, isn't it? That they should still, an instrument like that comes back to the foreground and
that's
is a hit with children, which is it's nice to get them into musical instruments, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite an easy instrument to pick up and play, so it's proved to be quite popular.
Okay. Why have you got so many marvellous ukuleles here? There must be some difference between one and another.
Pre-amplification days, when they needed to make the instruments sound louder, the ukulele sound louder within the band, they invented this technology, which is sort of resophonic cone, which is held within the thing, and this was designed to amplify the sound of the uke. Guitarists and ukulele players alike still very much love these things because they've got a very individual sound of their own. So if it was in tune. But there you go, so that's a resophonic. This actually, they resurrected the company about 15-20 years ago, and this is a modern version
Oh,
of
the one you
that.
just
So
shown
this
us.
is sort of 1920s.
So that's before they had amplification, and this is the latest.
Yes.
Is that got a built-in amplifier, or is it?
No, it's not built-in amplifier. It's all it's acoustic. It's just completely electricity free. It's all based on a cone. This thing's called a biscuit. Sits on the top, and it works by vibrations and amplification. It's a great technology.
It is.
And in the 50s, it became popular again as well. And this chap here, who you can see on this box, Arthur Godfrey, he had his own TV show in America.
Yes.
And he used to sing songs with his ukulele on this show, and the words would bob up and down on the bottom of the screen, and people used to sing along at home. And they marketed this ukulele. This is about the laziest ukulele you can possibly get. It's made out of plastic, and you've got a little tuning device up on here, so you don't need to. You just gives you the notes, so you can tune your strings up, and you don't even have to play any chords. You just need to press a button. And this was his uke player, he called it, the Arthur Godfrey uke player, and you literally just press a button.
Press the buttons and you adjust instead of having
Little
the strings
pads, little pads come down inside.
Do what
and,
your fingers would
yeah.
do.
So I mean, it's not the hardest instrument in the world to play anyway. So this is supremely lazy, but it's a fantastic
So for a beginner,
concept. Yeah, or maybe somebody that was arthritic.
Yes.
And
they
wouldn't, they couldn't get their hands around the chords.
Yeah.
It's very good for stuff like that. So you can play a little tune on that. And so on and so forth. So
yes,
they were very popular and quite inexpensive as well.
Yes, it's an ideal instrument to have.
Yeah. This ukulele I made myself, and it took me about 3 years to make, but we got there in the end, and it's named after the club. It's called the Superlele, and I made that in 2008. So it sounds pretty good. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased with the sound of it. It's not perfect. It's a little bit wonky, but it's a much loved instrument because a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it.
The creation of it, I should
That's
imagine.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you judge what material? Where could you get the material to make the instrument?
Well, actually, this was based on a kit. So they gave me a lump of wood for the neck and some flat sheets for the back and sides, and they kind of pre-bent the sides so you were able to put it together.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that you just literally stick the neck on. Everything had to be done from scratch, and it was a very stressful process.
So how many years in the making was it?
Well, 3. I mean,
years, yes.
It wasn't 3 years solid work.
No, but
it was 3 years tinkering because I got so nervous with it, because at any point you can make a mess of it. At any point, even right towards the end. So that's why I haven't really made any more.
One's enough. You'd rather play it than make.
Yeah, I prefer to fix them. So I fix ukes now as well.
Oh yes, that's another field, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. That's great.
That sounds alright. Oh, this one, I haven't talked about this one, have I? This one is a 1920s Betty Boop ukulele.
Oh yes.
And it's probably, it's not probably, it is a very early example of, what would you call it, marketing, brand marketing. Marketed at kids. I mean, you see this stuff in shops everywhere now, but it was rare at the time.
Yes.
To take a character and really merchandise it. So very few of these still exist.
Yeah.
These. So that's that. What else have we got? These little tiny things. This was made by the Harmony Company, we think, and this was sold for $1. This is a tiny little kids uke. And I showed it to my friend Sven, who lives in Sweden. He's a luthier. He was over here, and he got so excited about this that he made his version of it. So that's Sven's version.
It's a homemade one, that you say? Or?
Yeah, this one's made. He is a luthier. He makes these things. So he's made dozens of these now. they've proved to be really popular. But it all came from this tiny little uke. What else have I got to show you? This one here is an electric uke. It's made by Joel Eckhouse. And he wanted to make a ukulele that looked very much like a Fender Telecaster. So
that looks halfway between a guitar and a
that's
banjo.
right. And you can actually plug this in and amplify it. But the genius, yeah, that's right. But the genius of this is it sounds great on its own. You know, sometimes when they play around with the shape of the uke, it can make it can dampen the sound. These things are absolutely great. Work really well. So I think that's about it as far as the tour of the ukes is concerned.
I believe when the club first started, you weren't going to stray far away from the drill hall in Enfield, but lately you've go to accountants' places and put lots of gigs on rather.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, we originally started we didn't know who was going to turn up to the club, and we had a couple of members, and it grew and grew, and we started playing the odd gig here and there, and we always loved the element of there's a big element of silliness involved in the club, so we wear fezzes and Hawaiian shirts, and it's always been very important to eat cheese every time we meet up and drink red wine and
the cheese and wine.
yeah, that's right. Every meeting, and it's been like that since the start.
I'm going down the cellar, 'cause there's cider in the keg. The bologna is in the icebox, there's cheese and pickles too. We'll call in all the neighbours, 'cause tonight's our night. Yoo-hoo! Hey! Leave the dishes in the sink, oh, leave the dishes in the sink. These dirty boys will have to wait. Tonight we're gonna celebrate.
Everybody, hey! Leave the dishes in the sink. Oh, leave the dishes in the sink. These dirty plates will have to wait. Tonight we're gonna celebrate. Leave the dishes in the sink. Rainbow! Leave the dishes in the sink.
Now if women like them, like men like those, why don't women like me? Take Lord Nelson with one limb, Lady William Hamilton, she fell for him. With one eye and one arm gone west, she ran like the devil and she grabbed the rest. Now if women like them, like men like those,